Yes, your guest is.
Yes.
Hi, is this Miss Horton?
Holton.
Holton.
Holton. Okay.
Oh, sorry. So we're not
Dr.
reading.
Helen Holton.
Right, we got you. All right, we gonna go live in a couple minutes here.
Bear with us a second.
Okay. It's all good. It's all good. Trust you me, it's been a day of calamity, so I'm all good to have made it here. How about that?
Me too.
Okay. Thank you for waiting through. With
They
us.
say it's a blessing in pressing.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I count it all joy.
Mm.
Can you hear me okay?
Well, we hear
do.
you well.
Yes.
Can you hear us?
Wonderful. I can.
Great. Mic check. That's better. Mic check. Okay.
I need to bring my voice down because when I get excited, I go elevate. Is somebody on the line? Is he having a problem?
I don't think so. I mean, unless George was 4:35, right? Let's see with the music. If not, then we'll just go with.
Okay, y'all ready to come up, or y'all need a little bit more time?
No, we good.
We ready.
All right, I'm bringing you up in 3. Y'all live right now, so whenever y'all ready.
All right. Good afternoon. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all. All right, we are live. Thank you all for tuning in. It's Drury Friday, Super Friday. You tune in with Speak Your Mind show here on 1010 a.m. Where information is power. This is Haki Ammi. I'm here with
Joyous Jones.
Yeah.
I am grateful to be here today. I know some people didn't make it, but I'm here today.
Amen.
And I am glad to be here. We have a little in-house things just to get. We want to say, it's Ross's birthday.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Happy birthday to Mr. Ross. And happy birthday, Mr. Ross McNutt. And happy Mother's Day as well.
Oh, thank you. All the mothers out there, I like to give you a happy Mother's Day wish because it is a job out here in Baltimore to be a mother and to raise children in the streets of Baltimore. But I love my city and I love Baltimore.
Amen.
We do have a special guest today, don't we?
Yes, we do. Let's get this. Well, I'll let you. You have her bio. I'll just mention her name from what I know her. First and foremost, I'll say she's a transformational leader, of course, but I'll just let you read the rest of her bio.
Well, this particular person has been a member of the City Council of Baltimore dating back 1995 up until 2016. She has been on the forefront of city politics for a plethora of years. And this is none other than Miss Helen Holton.
Dr. Helen Holton.
Dr. Helen Holton. We are so pleased to have you here today.
Yes.
By way of telephone.
Right. Thank you. And she's the council. She was the former council person for 8th Councilmanic District. That was the last district that she represented as well. And she's the executive coach now and doing some tremendous work still nationally as well as locally. So just thank you for joining us here this afternoon.
Oh, it is my pleasure to be with you all today. How are you?
We're doing
We're
great.
doing great.
We're doing great. First, how you feel?
Yeah. Where you been? What's been going on?
Working hard. You know what to say? The work is plenty, the laborers are few, and I continue to labor in the vineyard to do what I can do to help people live into being the best that they can be and to make a difference and have impact in the world.
Right.
Well, we thank you for all that you have done in the past in Baltimore. But I have a question for you. If you would rate, if you were given Baltimore City a report card today as to what grade the kids can't, some are just getting pass or fails, would you say that whether we got a pass or a fail?
Wait a minute. That's like in between. We go ahead. She want to pass or fail, but
Well, the reality is I'd have to give us a pass
Okay.
simply because we've not gone under.
Right.
The city is still continuing to function.
right.
Our leaders are in place,
Mm-hmm.
doing the best they can in a global pandemic. And I think that the measures being taken, we are literally living in the most significant paradigm shift of our planet in more than 100 years. And so you have to look at the magnitude of what we're facing, and there's a void of leadership at the federal level.
Wow.
And so I am grateful to state and local leaders that have stepped up to do what they can do and have put partisanship aside because we're all in this together.
All hands on deck.
None of us, all hands on deck. None of us gets a pass. We can't wish it away or will it away. And when I think about those who are frustrated at us having to shelter in place and to adhere to physical distancing guidelines, okay, but you know what? It beats it.
Okay. So as far as the economic state that we are in at this point with unemployment, do you have any suggestions of things that you would like to see implemented?
Well, it all depends on implemented where and by who.
Well,
So my hope is that in the face of a crisis, there also exists an opportunity. And I would look at this as an opportunity for us to look at how to become our position to be better and to do better. In many respects, what this pandemic has done, it has pulled back the covers and revealed to the world hundreds of years of institutional and structural racism.
wow.
That has pitted us at odds for more years than I can think of. And it's always been present. You know, people effectively swept it under the rug, dismissed it as something other than what it is. But when you look at how unprepared we are for this pandemic, and no reason why we should have been unprepared. If we had really been doing, what I know is this: we have to have equity before we can ever look at having equality.
Yep.
Yes.
That's good.
Yeah. Dr. Holton, so, and thank you. And I want people to reach out to you. Dr. Holton, drhelenholton.com as well.
Yep, drhelenholton.com.
Okay. Now,
you can find me there. I'm on social media. I'm on Instagram, Facebook,
right.
Twitter.
Beautiful. So 2 things we wanted to discuss with you as well. You've worked, with the African American, the County Association of County.
National Organization of Black County Officials. Yes.
Thank you.
Every day.
Yes, ma'am.
Every day.
Okay. Yeah. Great. As executive director, but on two areas that we wanted to discuss is with the national politics. I see you at the Congressional Black Caucus. You've been there past long time. So,
yes, long time.
So,
we'll just leave it at that.
Right. So, what's going on with this election? You said previously that this election is not, Biden may not necessarily be the nominee, if I'm correct. If you can expand on that for everybody, if that's your understanding.
Sure. So Vice President Joe Biden stands in position as the presumptive nominee of the Democratic Party.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean? It means that he's the only viable candidate left standing,
mm-hmm.
and that just about the majority of those who have suspended their campaigns have endorsed Vice President Biden as the Democratic nominee for the Democratic Party. But of the primaries held thus far, he has not garnered the number of delegate votes
Wow.
needed to be the nominee. And what does that mean? Bernie Sanders' name is still on ballots for states that have yet to have held their
Primary votes.
presidential primaries. So I think in some respects, as far as I can recall, we're in uncharted territory. But is it any surprising? We reached 2020 and people were like, oh, yeah, clear vision. Oh, yeah. Yes. And if you can see clearly now, it's because you aren't looking. And I think what we need to be looking towards, COVID-19, many leaders had predicted that something like this would. The difference is they didn't know when.
Right.
What did we do? What did we do to not be where we are right now? Not enough.
Okay.
Not enough.
How do you
mention public education and our children? I mean,
Right.
It breaks my heart every day.
Mm.
Because here we are, the academic year is over. And what does that mean? When I think about social promotion, that I've never been a fan of social promotion, because at some point you've got to face the music, and how do you join the ranks of adulthood when you're illiterate?
Right.
Wow.
Because someone just kept passing you along. Oh, well, they're too old to stay behind in that grade. We've got to pass them. But they aren't doing work.
Mm-hmm.
The warrants that they move forward. So when you look at the high unemployment we're facing now, 25% of our workforce has applied for unemployment benefits. 10% of our population. And what do you think that means for those students who are seniors in high school or waiting to go into high school with only 3/4 worth of work completed?
Wow.
I think that they're going to be ill-equipped. I think that they're going to be at a disadvantage. I think that they have I don't know if they've applied to colleges early. Will the colleges take them? Have they been accepted? Like you said, uncharted territory. I mean, are proper procedures in place with the Board of Education to assist the seniors?
They're working on that as we speak. So, as I said, crises come all the time. How prepared are you for when that crisis comes that you don't know when it's coming?
Right.
And so I start out saying, in every crisis, there are opportunities. And now is the time for us to really roll up our sleeves and dig in and see that we don't find ourselves where we are today again.
Tomorrow.
All indicators say that coronavirus is coming back in the fall, and it's coming back with a vengeance because there's now a new strain.
It's a mutant.
That is more powerful than the one we're trying to get rid of.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And you have governors of some states opening up because Mr. Trump wants to get the economy moving again. We all want to get the economy moving again, but the philosophy of life I adhere to, one of them, is is that our health is our greatest wealth, and without it, there's absolutely nothing you can do successfully.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Even now, coronavirus is running rampant in the West Wing. Yesterday, Mr. Trump's valet
Yes.
tested positive. Today, Mr. Pence's media person tested positive.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh, wow.
they still, well, we get tested every day. We don't need to wear masks. We don't need, you know what? No one gets a pass. And I'm just going to say, from the work I do nationally, this is like the stigma of HIV. HIV is a virus that doesn't discriminate. It doesn't care how much money you have, what color you are, where you live, how many degrees you have. If you don't take care of yourself, you could become a victim of it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right. And the treatment, I have never seen. I'm a retired nurse, and it's difficult for me to see all the people that are in the hospital, and the physicians are unsure. It's uncharted territory for them to have the the multitude of people flooding the gates of the hospitals, and not being a treatment plan. There's no particular treatment plan. It How did this blindside the medical field? What was it that
I don't think it blindsided the medical field. I think that we have chosen not to. It's like public education. You have to invest in what you want to further develop and grow your city, your county, your state, your nation. And so I hear all the rhetoric that's being bandied around right now, but you know what? You're only as strong as your weakest link. And if you aren't willing to shore up the weakest link, at some point, it falls out. It's like a house of cards.
Exactly. Well,
The cards at the bottom that should be holding things up are the ones that represent the majority, but they don't hold the wealth. They don't hold the power. But you know what? If we don't invest in them, shame on us.
Amen. And it is affecting us in zip codes of 21215 and 21217. These are high in African Americans, but the African Americans don't have primary care docs. They don't have access to screenings, and I've had a plethora of people that say they would not test me, but I'm showing signs and symptoms, and they sent them home, but they never tested them. I'm
going back to the earlier argument: institutional racism,
Yes.
structural racism,
structural.
And I know that they're hard words to stomach, but until we confront them, they will continue to hold us down.
Well, I'm concerned about the census that's coming. With the census coming, that was done. Was it done accurately?
I think it's still in the process. I mean, I know it's effective because
right. Like they're seeking an extension. But the reality is, just 10 years ago, African Americans were undercounted by more than 800,000.
Yes.
You know what that meant to resources to our local communities?
We didn't get what we needed.
Right. We didn't get what we needed. And so I was speaking to Haki a couple days ago, and I said, you know what? We don't have the luxury of allowing COVID-19 to distract us from the things we need to be focused on right now. 2020 is a critical year for us, and not just because of COVID, because of the presidential election, because of the census count. I mean, we got these other. Look at what's happening to judges. Mr. Trump is priding himself on putting conservative federal judges in position to shift what we need to have happen for the majority, what is rapidly becoming the majority of the population in the United States.
Mm.
Black,
Wow.
brown, and poor people.
Wow.
And so the bigger question is, how do we rally them to understand that they hold the power? They just got to use it.
Mm-hmm.
For all the efforts that happened in 2016 to restore voting rights to former felons.
Well, I watch I think it's some kind of cultural thing, because I watch how my mom and my dad relate as to opposed to how I relate. I believe that it's cultural, that they just it doesn't matter. It just seems like if a person is of a different persuasion, they kind of reverence a little bit, where for me, it's like, it's not better, it's not worse. They're on equal footing. And so there is some cultural differences, and maybe it's some superiority. I don't know, but it shouldn't be like that, but it's almost implied that, like subtle uh, 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 implication that I have to be subservient.
I don't know about that. I have to be subservient. I'm curious. Can you tell me more about that?
Well, that if I just watch my parents. If I say something and another person says something of a different persuasion, they seem to take their word over my word.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, I said it too. How do I change that thinking that it's automatic privilege?
It begins with knowing who you are,
That's what
knowing
I wanted to say.
yourself in a way that you naturally, instinctively show up. Think about those things that you do without a second thought, and you do them well.
Yes.
And then when you think about the things that you have to do them, but oh my goodness, it just drains you of your energy to get them done. What I know is that when we focus on what we do well, our strengths, how we're naturally wired, then evidence has shown, Gallup's done the research has shown that when you know who you are through what you do best, you're 3 times as likely to report a higher quality of life, more joy, and you're 6 times more likely to be actively engaged in the work that you do.
Right.
Yeah. Dr. Holton. Okay, go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, so previously, I'm looking at your bio here, and I know you have a financial, background as well, but you also were the public safety chair. Were you the chair of the public safety committee?
No, I was never chair of the public safety committee.
Oh, you just.
Never served. I was chair of the budget committee.
Okay, chair of budget. I see it.
I was the chair of taxation, finance, and economic development.
Right.
I was vice chair of the health committee.
Right. Okay, I see it now.
But they put public safety in.
No. She just sat on there, but I see where it says chair. It was moving on to the other part. So we want to. I mean, and she can stay on longer, just so you know.
Yes.
So she said, but we can say we wanted to just ask a question. Even about public safety in the city of Baltimore. I know, Joyous, up in the Emerson Village area, we just went over what I think it was 100 shootings and, or deaths.
And one was like 700 feet from my house.
Wow.
I will tell you this: for more than 5 years, our homicide rate has been 300.
Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting. When I came into office, our homicide rate was over 300, or close to. I mean, just inordinate numbers. The challenge is the impact is greater today than it was in 1995, simply because our population was greater then.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so we have fewer city residents today than we did in 1995, which makes the percentage of those homicides
higher,
greater.
Mm-hmm.
yes.
But the other thing that's really not good about it is that the majority of them are black on black crimes.
Right.
Yes. Yes.
The majority of them are us killing us.
Do you think that
Baltimore City was named this year, and Joyous, you'll appreciate this. I mean, not appreciate it, but it ties in. That Baltimore City was named the #1 city in America for HIV and STDs.
Wow.
Wow.
Infections. So when you look at that, and then you have in 2018, early 19, the White House announced that they were launching this initiative to end the HIV epidemic of new infections in 10 years. And then they began cutting dollars from areas like people living with HIV
and they were cutting Ryan White funding.
Ryan White funding.
Yes.
Absolutely. All of these things that, how are we going to end the epidemic and you take away the resources that help us to do that? And so what they did was they linked it into the opioid epidemic. And I'm like, oh, really? Oh, now that the opioid epidemic is reaching middle America, rural America, oh, it's an epidemic.
Right.
I've been in Baltimore almost all of my life, and it's been a problem.
Always been a problem.
A big problem. And so
take us a break.
We got to take.
You know,
We have to take a station break, but stay with us. Don't go anywhere. Give us about 5 seconds, and we'll be right back.
okay.
Thank you.
Ain't no way to run.
WOLB Baltimore and WERQ FM HD3 Baltimore.
She feels about
The views and opinions of the guest and host you hear are not necessarily those of the staff and management of Radio One, its sponsors, or advertisers.
All right, we are back. We're back. Thank you all for tuning in, listening. We're here with Speaking on Friday.
Coming back up in 3,
Oh.
2, 1.
All righty. We're back.
All right, I heard a little pause in there, so
We have a very special guest. Dr. Holton is here with us today and enlightening us on so many different things. She did sit on the safety committee, and she was sharing with us the number of murders in ratio to the population. And how the population has decreased, but the murders have maintained over 300, which is, to me, that is a crisis, a pandemic, and with that, how
It's
do
a sin and a shame? It's a sin and a shame. You know, is what it is, because the reality is that we're losing our sense of civility, our appreciation for human life, and how we resolve differences amongst ourselves. It's okay for people not to disagree, but it shouldn't have to result in violence.
Right. Or murder. It's not just violence. It's just terrible. It's just.
It is. It really is. And so in my last term on the city council, one of the things that I was very adamant about was, and I worked with then council president, now Mayor Jack Young, was around increasing our investment in youth. And this is what I know. We're going to pay either way. Either we're going to pay on the front end or we're going to pay on the back end. And for whatever reason, we are stuck in this mode of paying on the back end. We created the youth fund, and I was ecstatic to hear Mayor Young give $2.3 million from the youth fund to the city's school system in order for them to buy tablets.
Tabs. Right.
Whose school year is over.
Right. But wouldn't that have been nice to have that at the beginning of the school year? Because
This goes, Joyous. This goes back to the point. What are we doing? Structural institutional racism.
Right. But
And this is why your vote, my vote, Haki, this is why our vote matters so much. This is why it matters that we pay attention to what's going on in city council meetings. And oh, by the way, if you don't pay attention until you see it on the news, guess what?
it's already
Your window of opportunity to impact
has closed.
Yep.
Because usually when you see it on the news, it's already occurred, or they're voting as you speak, or as you view it.
City council meetings aren't the place for you to come and voice your support or displeasure.
What?
Hearing.
How do you feel about so many candidates? How do you feel about so many candidates?
It's every citizen's right to run for public office.
Right.
So on the one hand, I'm ecstatic that people feel like, oh yes, I'm going to put my hat in the ring. But I'm also concerned with the shifting demographics of Baltimore City. Are we putting ourselves in position to lose the power as African Americans that we now hold?
Wow.
Absolutely. Yes, ma'am.
And we talking about that, it seems like I'm jumping all over the place, but I haven't heard from you in such a long time, so I want to get everything in. I saw you recently out, but I wanted to talk about the new program that the police commissioner has put in place and aiding the city of Baltimore in catching some of these violent offenders. And I'd like to know what your opinion is, if you would share that with me.
So which measure are you talking about?
Go ahead.
Aerial surveillance.
Right, research program.
Aerial surveillance. We did that once before as a pilot before the current police commissioner was in office.
Right.
The commissioner. And, let me start out by saying, if you think that there's real privacy in the world today, you should.
Right. I keep looking at my phone sometimes and how things pop up.
Your smartphone and the ads that show up on your phone.
Yes, after I say I need such and such, and it pops up on my phone like it's for profit or something.
I have Alexa in my house, and every now and then I have to say, I'm not talking to you, Alexa.
Right. Yes, ma'am.
Oh goodness. So you're.
Well, I think that it's unfortunate. It's the carrot or the stick, and it's unfortunate that we don't gravitate more towards the carrots, but we end up on the back end of the stick.
Wow.
Which no one should have to live that way. Look at our prison population. Far too many Black, brown, and poor people in prison. A couple years ago, I began doing some national work around getting rid of cash bail.
Wow.
Because cash bail for poor people Black and brown people can put you in a cycle where you always remain a part of the underclass because you can't get from under, simply because you didn't have the money to make bail.
Wow.
So take an hourly worker, take one of our first responders, one of our essential personnel, people who are going to work, they get so little praise, truck drivers, delivery persons, grocery store clerks, who, let's just say, you get stopped because of taillights out, and maybe you're frustrated with the officer from, the pandemic